Alright, it's the end of the line here. We're gonna have one more shot at getting the last two things that we missed in the last stage. Wait. Oh, yeah. I expected to see 98, not 99, but I forgot. It only getting 75% of the objects maybe actually gets you gold or something like that. I don't quite follow how that works in terms of getting rewards, but whatever. Kind of bums me out that it didn't actually save my best time on lots of these stages. Because, I don't know what my best time was. It seems to just save the time for your best score, which feels kind of silly. Because that means actually good times just never gonna get saved. Anyways, so if this does not, I probably don't need to get all the rocks and whatnot. I should probably try to be mindful actually of efficiency this time. It's also hard to be sure. The game does not seem to tell me which things I haven't, or where things I haven't painted are when I'm down here, which is unfortunate because I'm gonna have to try to find all these, and of course all the styles, just on my own with the help of the game saying, hey, here's a little bit of radar to tell you where things are. Once we're on the ship, that will change. Now for the moment while we're here, we're gonna be on our own, I guess. See yourself, Blob. Cannot lock onto this more. That's interesting, the music doesn't calm down when that happens. Alright. That was a really long lock on. Yeah, I should try to be efficient with movement and whatnot too. Yeah, I shouldn't worry too much about painting things like these little barrels that don't need to be painted, because today we actually don't have much time, as you saw last time you were here. But I'm only going to take one crack at this, I think. If this doesn't work out, then that'll just be what it is. Still need to try not to take forever while I'm here, but I also need to paint everything, so... Let's see if it's easier to reach some of the stuff from up here. Ah! No! I need to have stuff like that happen. It's like I need to get this pipe that's above me right now, for instance. Place awkward there. Maybe there's a better way of getting over here. There absolutely was. Oh. There we go. Unfortunately I have to drop down there to get that billboard. I guess it's probably don't count, but I saw it to get the, dude. Billboards probably don't count as buildings, but I still need to get the wall that the billboard was on. Okay. I'm making great time so far. I have one nip. Okay, knowing that we need to be fast and we can't just go after every single little barrel we see and whatnot, will probably help us a little bit, and just having got the stage before. We also don't need to, whether we do missions is up to us, I guess. Because those do get time, so to speaking. Also, enemies do give you some time, so I should also probably be mindful of those. I won't go for that tree just yet. What I'll do is I'll do the proc mission here. Right, okay. Where's Blue? I don't see blue anywhere. There it is. We also know where the point of no return is, so that's kind of the important thing. That's wholly independent of time. Well, we know two things. We also know there's that one little optional spot we can destroy on the ship. That we, oh, hello. I think there's an invisible wall there. This game's kind of weird about invisible walls. Most invisible walls are not actually walls. They're kind of soft walls where, you just get pushed away. Like, Blob will just kind of, like, forcibly take over your controls and resist your movement, or try to move directly away from it. Probably don't need the trees, but I don't think that these stone walls count as anything that I need to paint, but I feel a little uneasy not going after it. Okay, I think we got everything in this area. The game's not really telling us, unfortunately. But I think we did. Oh, jeez, that would be... See, little things like that you can miss. That's awful. That's what makes me nervous about trying to actually paint everything here. Because you see stuff like that. It's extremely easy to miss. It's not that bad if you have the radar to tell you that you missed it at later on in the stage. I don't think we have the radar for most of the stage available to us. I think we can only get the radar when we're on the ship, unfortunately. I'd love to be wrong about that. Either way, we will at the very least get the last of the styles while we're here. At least that's the intention. So, we should still end up finishing this stage with all of the awards, strictly speaking, 100 out of 100, even if, well, those awards is just like, say, 5% paint instead of 100% painting all the objects. Like, do I want to do a zip mission here or not? I don't know if we'll save any time or not. I don't need the blimp. Don't worry about that. I never tried to actually be fast painting everything on stage. This is kind of a weird experience. I always took all my time in the other stages because you actually have the time to do that. When you're painting everything, you just get insane time bonuses non-stop. That's a total non-issue. I'm certain you don't need to paint the rocks. It just feels wrong not to, and also there's this tiny amount of paranoia that I could be wrong when I think that. But they don't count as buildings. They don't give you like block bonuses or anything. So that's one way you could look at it, I guess. They give you a smaller number of points. Huh, wish those guys gave me a time bonus. There you go. Get up there. For various reasons, people who do speedruns this game do not normally play the Wii version. The ease of control is definitely a part of that. Multiple cutscenes? Jeez, game. Calm down. Oh, do you actually have to hit these for something? Do you actually have to hit these to be able to pass later on? I still wasn't paying much attention on these before, but you can see that they're raising up stuff on the other side of that fence. Oh, I'm gonna get more paint. I'm gonna be here on that as well. I'll get the time bonus from the zip mission, I guess. Yeah, I guess the camera does kind of show you what's going on in the background here. Well, I was just focusing too much on I'm pressing the buttons when I was here last time. Yeah, it gives me a time bonus. That's a pretty good time bonus, too. Okay, I think that's everything to paint in this spot. Again, it's not really good way of being sure. Alright. What do I need for this? Yellow. Was forgetting randomly for a second there which color I needed to make brown. You are trees. You probably don't need to paint you. Try not to be too silly about this, but okay. This will give me a time bonus, and so on, so why not? Yellow. Am I brown right now? No. I can still turn yellow anyways. Uninking the water is a good idea regardless, but I'll also give me more time, so... Yeah, quick missions like this I should definitely be taking, just to give myself more time. That's a quick 60 seconds. That paint on the pipes. But did not paint the ridges here. Okay. Gotta keep an eye on this stuff. It's already a bronze medal. Like, this game's ridiculous. Or this stage is ridiculous about how little you actually have to do to complete the stage. It's kind of weird. I don't know why they're like that. Yeah, that's the entrance to the boss now. You don't need to paint like anything here. I don't know why you need so few points. I'm not going to go around painting all of these things this time. I'll do this to get some of the time bonus. I need to actually paint everything here afterwards. So I need to run back and get everything in there. This is the last area right here, isn't it? Oh, did I actually paint all these things? Really? I wasn't expecting that. Can I paint this? No. Okay. I didn't expect this to get painted on their own. Can I check real quick there's nothing over here I need to... It's tempting to try to hit the blood from here. Make sure there's something I need to paint here. It doesn't look like there's anything I can paint here. It's a little surprising to me, but okay, I'll take it. Oh, not check. Don't do that. Okay, everything here seems painted. So I got a big point bonus from that just now. I'm not really sure what for. I guess there's not that much stuff you have to paint in this stage. I guess I just managed to take an insanely long amount of time in these earlier areas the first time I was here. Because now I don't feel like I'm really hurting for time like at all. I still have 20 minutes here. In fact, I was painting a bunch of stuff that I absolutely did not need to paint. That's probably a big part of it, I guess. I don't need you. I just don't want to waste time trying to run away from these guys and having to deal with them being annoying. Saw your rhythm here, even though it's probably going to cost me a bit of time. Time bonus here from killing them probably isn't going to help me. Oh, why did I see the brown one there earlier? Came over here expecting it to be a brown one for me to hit, I just didn't see it. And this last guy... Oh, I should have used the rainbow. Oh well. There's a There's a color tinker right next to us here. Yeah, so again, the game's not giving us any help here of trying to... trying to paint everything, unfortunately, but... we're just gonna have to make do with it, the radar. There's also no way of knowing, I don't think, that we've painted everything in this area either before moving on. I'm not using it for anything else, I guess. There's a time bonus over there, we can go for that as well. Definitely will save me some time to use this. Use all this paint I have right now elsewhere, but against those enemies. It's a little tough to go up here, I feel like, with paint, so let's use that now. You probably just wall jump over there pretty easily, but... why they give you two over here? Two, tankers, that is. I don't need points for anything, but whatever, sure, why not? Okay. I don't think I need, you don't need to paint the little ridges on the ground around the street here. Really careful about these fences, because you can miss something like this right here very easily. Okay. Oh, why not get all these guys? Oh, they give me a time bonus actually, right? I think they do. These ones do not. No. Gradients that didn't come out of a, where are they going? I don't know where they go out here. But gradients that didn't come out of a building don't give you a time bonus, certainly. This doesn't give me... This can't be painted. Scaffolding can. Made a sound there as if I finished a block or something. I don't know why. Can you be painted? Alright, let me get this weird little spot over here. Go. The fact that you start really quickly as a color, if you stay in water, is actually kind of useful. Oh, sure, whatever. From the standpoint that... let's do this little mission. It's kind of useful from the standpoint that if for some reason you actually want yourself to be smaller, it helps with that. Although, regular gameplay I don't think gives you reason basically ever to want to be smaller. I guess sometimes you can't squeeze through a little spot if you're too big, but that doesn't happen very often. I've definitely seen cases in speedruns where you want to be below a certain size though, to slip in between a crack that you're not supposed to go through or something like that. Okay, so okay, well I didn't paint that thing. Already we don't need. Definitely need to paint though. Let's just run up here first and deal with stuff before we worry about the profit zone. Still lots of styles left, jeez. I think there are just lots of them to get in the, I think there are just lots of styles to get in the on the ship. Oh, come on, get up there. Ah! Visions on this thing aren't exactly how they look. Okay, back up we go. I need to make sure I paint the little pipes on here that the Z jumps are on. Eh. Since it was there. Alright. We are definitely spending a lot of time in this one spot. I'm not liking that. We need to keep moving. It's a lot harder to jump across these when we don't have the, yeah. Don't have the enemies. There we go. You don't have the enemies to help you. Give me some time, thank you. That's everything up here, right? You got all the pipes holding up the Z jump spots and so on. Okay. Game's not giving me any help to paint everything here. Now on top of this thing, we need to get the style in here. You need to remember, we do absolutely need to get all the styles. That's just a thing we haven't done yet in this stage. No, he just tells you what to do. It's kind of weird. Okay. Alright, well, we're just gonna have to hope that we got everything here. Because I have no way of checking. It's just real painful, but sometimes you miss something really stupid somewhere. If we don't get it, we don't get it. I think that painted the whole pipe. Yeah. Alright. Need to be careful here. If you lose your... Because if you lose... actually, I think there might be painting pickup somewhere over here. If you're not careful, you can basically lose your paint here. And have a hard time finding it anymore in this area with all the water. Come on. I don't know if these boats count or not now that I think about it. They only give me 50 points instead of 100. Okay, I think that's all the boats. Yeah, there's a yellow paint bar right here. If I had a reference point, I could know things like, oh, right there is exactly where you should be getting 50% painted. Unfortunately, I don't. Yeah, I have no way of knowing if I've painted everything in this area or not. Up until this point in the stage. I'll just have to make do with it. That's sad, but we're just gonna have to hope. Go away, Sons. I like how they actually have you, mind the water and skybox disappearing. It's not very impressive. But, it is cool they actually let you see the liftoff while you're on the ship like this. These things are only 10, so you probably don't have to paint them. So I know we also spent a lot of time in this area last time we were here, so you need to be careful. Because we can still lose a lot of time here. I think we got here with a lot more time than we had last time, but even so. I think these guys are just spawning. Yeah, I'm not gonna get any time bonus from that. Not this one area that the ship is so obsessed with yellow specifically. Okay. It's funny to me when you paint one part of something one color, it just automatically paints some other part of a different color. It never makes much sense to me when that happens. Always catches me off guard. Alright, lots of little things down here. Not the best way of grinding for points, probably. I guess if you get an 8 times combo, that is like 400 for one of these enemies, but that's not a whole lot. You can't usually maintain a long combo with these enemies, so. Like this thing, yeah, that's 100. You absolutely need to paint that pipe. Oh, that's weird. It's not showing me right now. Last time I was here, it started showing me stuff to paint, like, immediately once I got here. I wonder if... I don't know exactly what makes the game start showing you where the closest thing to paint is. I wonder if it's missions. Oh, that stings, because I'm thinking now, maybe I should redo this part of the stage and do that one arty mission. Maybe the game starts showing you where missions are once you paint everything. Alright, sorry, once you do all the... shows you where stuff to paint is once you do all the missions. I don't want to restart the stage. I'm already most of the way through the stage. But also, like, if the thing that's going on right now is, if I end up missing all the stuff, something I need to paint because of it. That could be why last time I was here, the game was telling me where all the stuff to paint was. Do I want to be sure? Okay. This hurts to do. I'm gonna restart the stage. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do all the missions immediately. And then I'm gonna see if the game starts telling me where stuff to paint is. Okay. I'm not gonna start painting all this stuff. I need to paint everything regardless. But I'm gonna do all the missions first before I do anything else. There's the blimp. I can get the blimp like immediately. Oh! Prof, no, I want to paint that. You jerk. Well, there it goes. Okay. I need to get any styles I see, of course. Yeah, let's immediately do the missions. It's a pretty short stage in reality. You also don't need to actually get any... There are no paint thresholds before you get to the ship. That's another thing to keep in mind, I guess. I think that guy fell on you. That was weird. Okay, I'm probably gonna die for lack of ways to not die right now. Oh, I know, there's water right here. I can't remember where any water was. But it would... Part of the reason I'm doing this is because I'm thinking to myself, oh, you know, it would be cool to actually realize if that's how this mechanic works. Because I've been wondering this entire time, what makes the game decide when to start telling you where the stuff you haven't painted is? And I was always confused that the game started telling me as soon as I got on the ship. Last time I was in this stage. It seemed like a weirdly early time for the game to tell me. Because there's still a good amount of the stage left. Oh my god. Get up there. Get on the pipe! Okay. I haven't heard anything about actually getting a point bonus for completing these missions, which I'm certain the game claims you do, I'm pretty sure. Give me the time bonus at least. I may even restart the stage after I confirm that you can get the radar to show up so I can play on the missions. Just so I can go through the stage while actually going after everything, instead of having to go back to the entire stage this way. It's probably more time efficient this way, but I could be wrong. It could end up being that it's a bit better time-wise to go through this area first. Well, it depends on how good I am at not missing stuff. It could work in my favor in theory to go through this whole first part of the stage first and do all the missions, and then go through everything from the beginning, just knowing that I am not missing anything because I have the radar. Okay. Yeah, it's the one thing that's got me thinking about this is the fact that I got on the ship and that time I didn't have the mission available. And I thought to myself, or the mission, God, me and speaking sometimes. Oh, I just need to release all the guys? That's all it was too. All I had to do was talk to Artie. I forgot that she didn't actually tell you to do anything that I didn't already do. Man, that's a pain, because I could have just... My first run could have counted if I just... Well, I don't have realized to start with that I could have actually... But no, I was checking my radar all the time. At least this way I actually understand, I think. Oh. There's that. So it says that's all the challenges. And yet, I don't have the... have the new stuff on my radar. However... Hold on. Let me get rid of this code here. Okay. However, this thing is taking up space in my radar. This random dialogue you don't actually have to trigger. Now does the game tell me? Yes, now the game tells you where stuff is. Okay. So now we understand mechanics of the game a bit better that the game didn't tell us about. So with that in mind, what I'm going to do is going to say this was us learning about things. So next time we'll come through this stage again. It should be our final run through the stage because this time we will be equipped with radar because we have knowledge. We understand how this game works. Okay. So we'll do this stage one more time. It will be the last time. I'm certain I'll actually get all of everything painted. We will get this completed. We will have this game 100% done. Awesome. Knowledge has been acquired, and that will allow us to actually complete everything. Alright. See you then. Also, sorry for redoing this a few times, but again, we got something out of this. See you then.